dreaded Kootenay Pass. There's snow on those trees. Update on the trailer. Tank is split open. Good morning.
Morning it is.
The sun isn't up yet, as you can tell.
This is a strange occurrence for us.
Yeah.
Recently, anyways.
Yeah, it's 6:15 a.m. ish. The goal was 6 a.m. I figure 15 minutes late is pretty good. Watch for elk crossing. They should be heading back up to their.
They still go up the hill when it's dark.
Yeah,
As soon as that sun's coming up, they're out of there.
Yeah, well, the sun's not even up yet. So, and I know that they hang out in the golf course because I see the evidence. Anyways, yeah, I've been walking at like 8:30 in the morning at the other end, and they've gone.
There's one.
There they are. There they are in the trees. There's a whole bunch of them. There's like.
Well, I finally saw my first elk.
Well,
in Crawford Bay, anyway.
Yeah. Told you we gotta watch for them.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta put the other GoPro on time lapse, and we're gonna record. We're going over the pass, which going in this direction, going west, is a first with us for us coming from Crawford Bay. We usually take the ferry. They've been on strike for about 5 months now. They started their strike action in.
I think it was just before Remembrance Day.
It was November, and it's now March 31st, and they're still unreliable. They have a few sailings early in the morning, but don't plan on coming back later on in the day, because
if they feel like it, they shut down.
Yeah, there's people who work on the other side of the lake, and they've had to drive around the Kootenay Pass all winter. There's like kids who go to school on the other side of the lake. Anyways, they go to school over there.
I saw a news clip this morning. I did see a news clip this morning that said both sides have agreed, since there's an arbitrator now involved, that if they do not have a deal within 2 weeks, that they will be going to arbitration.
Which is good for people who are expected to come see us this summer. Anyways, let's get this. I haven't had my breakfast or my coffee yet. They're on board, so I'm gonna do that and put the one GoPro on time lapse. Oh, I found out something the other day. Just side note. The water is very far down. We have a lot of beach right now. So the lake, what they'll often do, there's dams down the river from here. If you go towards Nelson, you can see the dams. I think you can even visit one, possibly both of them. And when they're expecting a lot of rain, or we're coming up on the snow melt, it's going to be coming up on us fairly soon. And they open up the dam and they let a whole bunch of water out, because we thought, wow, the lake really went down. And then my neighbor told me, yeah, sometimes they just let a whole bunch of water just head down the Kootenay River, I believe it is, and it goes into joins into the Columbia River.
Is it the Kootenay or Columbia?
It joins into the Columbia River.
Okay.
Yeah. So they all heads down south to the Grand Coulee Dam, and then out through to the Pacific via Portland. There you go. A little bit of what goes on Kootenay Lake. dreaded Kootenay Pass. There's snow on those trees. And we have flurries. Anyways, we're driving up. Not at the summit yet. And our rain has turned to some flurries.
Yeah, it is a little bit snowy out. At least the road is clear. Wet but clear.
Yeah.
And we just found out the elevation of Kootenay Pass is 1,775 meters, which works out to, I think, just under 5,900 feet. So just a hair under 6,000 feet for the Kootenay Pass. I'm not really sure what the other passes are in the area. I've been told that this is the highest pass in BC. I'm not really sure about that. We will have to look into it.
To be determined.
So this is the last day of March, what the Kootenay Pass looks like. Little bit of slush, but for the most part clear.
We could have avoided it had we been able to trust the ferry.
Yeah, that's not going to happen anytime soon.
It's a wonderful winter wonderland. Okay, so we'll check back in with you. This is on time lapse. We've seen lots of elk this morning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Except for the time lapse camera hopefully caught them. There was like a herd crossing the road. There was one that came to the edge of the road and went, that's not something really noisy, because we were slowing down. So the engine brake was making a lot of noise. Anyways, yeah, there was a couple who decided they would just stay on the one side of the road until we were gone. Anyways, oh, we don't have moisture falling from the sky anymore.
Oh, sure we do.
Not as much.
Yeah, there's a lot of snow coming down.
Okay, it's just not sticking to the windshield.
Yeah.
That's perspective.
Don't need the wipers now because it's not raining anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very light snow, but it's still there. And you can see up above us, probably a couple hundred feet, there's some, definitely some low cloud. Well, I guess we're up on the side of the mountain, so how low is it?
To be expected.
Yes.
Just noticing, I don't think the GoPro picks it up. Just noticing the snow, how deep the snow is on the side of the road and up in between the trees.
That's a good 4 or 5 feet on my side.
Yeah. It's getting ugly. We're coming up to the summit.
I had to put it in 4-wheel drive because I was not.
You're starting to
I was
fish
starting to fishtail with a 10,000-pound trailer on.
This is real winter weather, folks. Thought you should see some of this on time, on real time, as opposed to just time lapse.
Somebody got squirrely there.
Yeah, it was a semi.
got to go to the brake check.
Yeah. Oh, this was a passing area. Huh.
I'm not passing.
No. Well, he's got to go to the brake check before he goes down the hill.
This is the summit.
This is the summit. 5820 feet is on the sign. He just will hit the sign. To point out, we're coming down the other side, and it's bigger flakes over here. Oh, we're past what I was going to point out. Just sort of the amount of snow. There doesn't appear to be a guardrail there.
No, I don't think there is.
So the snow just sort of gets pushed over the edge. When I was coming up here, one of our building trips, you're well aware that there's no guardrail, and I sort of drove in the middle of the road where I could, because there's 2 lanes. But how high the snow is, you're kind of going through a tunnel almost, because you got walls on either side, and this is March, so if you could imagine,
that's a good 6-7 feet high.
Yeah. So if you could imagine, oh, that's really yucky window.
Sorry.
If you could imagine, you know, January, February, in the thick of the winter.
I wouldn't even attempt this pass in the middle of winter.
And you're driving basically through, you got walls on either side of you.
Here's a car that couldn't make it.
A car that couldn't.
Well, at least it got mostly off the road. Well, the police have marked it already.
Yeah, but you're coming up barreling up the mountain.
I don't envy that driver.
Hopefully somebody picked him up. There's no cell phone service here, so.
We're picking up stragglers behind us now. A couple of pickups.
Oh goodness, I just caught a glimpse of the trailer in the mirror. I watched that the other day. Oh my goodness, the mud. You can see
it's darker on my side and thicker.
Yeah. Oh, we stopped for fuel. We'll show you the damage. Oh goodness, we got another mountain pass to go through.
A couple actually.
Well, no, but before we stop for fuel.
Yes.
So I think we'll stop at Christina Lake probably.
More than likely Christina Lake, yes.
Yeah.
Possibly Castlegar, but I think that's only about 70 kilometers away, and we're still at a half a tank, so yeah. Probably Christina Lake.
Sounds like a plan. Oh yeah, our roads have much improved now. But
I'm glad I topped up the washer fluid.
Yeah. I don't think we've used it in the last 6 months, have we?
Yeah, I've used it a few times.
As we're coming down, my ears are starting to pop. The snow is getting less and less. Oh, the runaway lane is basically snow. Okay.
That means nobody's run away into it.
No, nobody's had to use the runaway lane. They're all going nice and slow down the hill, and the brakes seem to be working. But on a beautiful sunny day, this is a very lovely drive. I'm just going to show you this runaway lane. have to use that, you're really in trouble.
You gotta steer as you're going up.
Oh dear. I don't know, it makes these things, sometimes I think they're just...
Sometimes you have to do what you have to do.
I know. We are officially on the other side of the pass, all in one piece and intact. Well, the trailer doesn't look so bad anymore. Some of it washed off.
I'm sure I gained a few gray hairs though.
Yeah, it was a little sketchy. So
it was a lot sketchy.
We'll see what the Kootenay Pass has for us. So that'll be next after we get through Castlegar. I'm currently just coming into Salmo here. I think the town is off to the right. I never really paid attention when I drove through here. Anyways, we'll
that's not very nice. What if we have viewers in Salmo?
I hope we do. Sorry. Well, we're back into some crazy weather again. It's kind of snowing, kind of raining, kind of being a bit of everything. So,
yeah, good mixed bag.
Pardon?
Good mixed bag.
As you can see, we got a fair bit of snow on the sides of the roads. And it's quite slushy.
We passed one plow truck going the other direction. Didn't have his plow down. He's probably going to fill up his sand box or his sand bucket again. But
anyways, just wanted to give you an update. What I've noticed since we came down this side of Kootenay Pass is not so much the road conditions, but the road itself. Like it's nothing to do with weather. So
actually, it does.
Well, yeah, because the roads, everything froze, and now the road's falling apart.
Yeah, the water gets into the cracks and it freezes and causes deeper potholes. And yeah, those are the ones.
So there's been, since we've been on this side of Kootenay Pass, oh, there's Paulson Summit.
5,036 feet elevation.
So it is a little bit lower than Kootenay Pass. So the road's not, the snow's not really staying on the road. There are some slushy spots.
It is 4 degrees outside, so it is in the process of melting.
Well, it was 4 degrees over the Kootenay Pass too.
Yes, it was.
Anyways, but apparently temperature has nothing to do with it. Normally it doesn't snow when it's 4 degrees Celsius. So my point being now is this section of road, there is so many potholes and dipsy doodles and things that make you go, oh, this is cool. The snow is just hanging on the rocks. So this is another situation where you have a wall of snow on either side.
That's why I left it at home. I thought we were gonna just hit half tank and fill up, half tank and fill up.
Yeah, okay.
But no.
I'm recording again.
Recording.
Oh God! Case in point about the road conditions. So I don't know if GoPro brings it out, but oh, I can't hold the camera still.
Yeah, we need a gimbal to hold the camera still, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay, we're going out a downhill slide here. Getting out of the snow again soon.
Yeah.
When we stop for fuel, we'll let the dogs run around a little bit. I wasn't up for walking the dogs in the dark, so we just kind of let them run around the yard while we loaded everything up, or the last few things into the truck and trailer. And I don't know what they did. The snow in the trees still is pretty.
Okay, we're about 10-15 clicks out from Christine Lake, I think. It's just the other side of that mountain.
And it's pretty much all downhill till there.
Yes.
We went from snow and rain to something that has the consistency of pea soup.
I would not say this is fog though. This is just low cloud. Because we're just above a Soyuz right now on the east side. We started to come down towards the Soyuz a few minutes ago, and it's just yuck. I'm traveling with my hazard lights on, my four-ways, and there's a pickup behind me. He's doing the same. Yeah, this is not an enjoyable way to drive. I know parts of some of the turns, but it's like this one here. It's almost a full 180. Then there's the runaway lane that you can see with, what, 100 feet to spare, maybe?
By then you needed an underwear change.
Yeah.
Oh, I think on a normal day we'd be able to see the lake by now.
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
And now it's raining, so we're right in the middle of a rain cloud.
Got through the scary corner, and yeah, down there is a Soyuz lake. A Soyuz lake?
Yeah, it's a Soyuz lake.
So it's cleared up a little bit where we are right now, but the lake is.
So, well, we came out of the clouds basically,
yeah.
But there's still clouds all around us. Yeah, this is.
Now this is
the Soyuz is definitely socked in. The Soyuz is definitely socked in.
And it's not smoke this time.
Yeah. Although this is just as thick.
Yeah, well, you breathe better in it though.
Yeah, true enough.
We were in a Soyuz a few years back when they had crazy wildfires in the area, and it was socked right in.
Yeah, the entire Okanagan Valley was covered in smoke. And from sitting on the lake, you couldn't even see any mountains on the sides of the lake. You couldn't see across the lake. Yeah, the visibility was 150 feet, maybe. But yeah, this is...
icky.
Yeah. Definite contrast to July in the Soyuz when it's 30 degrees or 35 degrees.
Yeah. March, not the good time to be driving in the in the mountains. Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been bad.
Yeah. Although Kootenay Pass was not enjoyable.
No, when you have to lock the hubs, it's a little scary.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lake. Now we can see it. Definitely some low-lying clouds. Travel Land, where Brent's just doing the last few preparations to get the trailer ready to go into the shop. Good morning. And they're gonna fix our gray tank and a few other little odds and ends today. The trailer is in at Travel Land and getting that gray tank repaired, and there's a few other odds and ends.
I thought the gray tank was going to be getting replaced, but apparently it's just the bushing that goes into the top of the tank. And they think it's just the seal is broken on the top, so if that's all I have to replace, great. Last time I know the seam about halfway down the tank was split, so hopefully it's not that, because they don't have a tank in stock, which that's what I thought this whole trip was all about. But it might be an easier job than we expected.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Anyways, and we are, while they're busy with the trailer, we are at IKEA because we brought our mattress into the house, and last night we slept on the pull-out couch.
And that's the last time I'll ever do that. I'll sleep on the floor instead.
Oh my goodness, so uncomfortable. Pretty sure that the trailer was level.
Yeah.
But it sure didn't feel like it. So we're at IKEA.
Hang on a second. Turn around. Show them the parking lot.
Oh. The store's not quite open yet. The parking lot is very empty. I'm hoping we can get up onto the showroom to browse around. And they seem to be having some kind of mattress sale, so that's a good thing. Anyways, we're gonna wander on up. The restaurant's open, but we already had our breakfast taken care of. So here we are, Kootenay IKEA. And I'll see you upstairs, Brent. I'm taking the stairs because I haven't gotten enough exercise in the last day or so. Hi! Turns out it's quicker to walk up the stairs. Update on the trailer. Tank is split open. So they've got the tank dropped down. It's held into place with some welded brackets, so it tends to be very problematic. Anyways, yeah, they got the underbelly down, and yeah, it's a mess. They weren't able to pre-order a tank, so we're gonna have to see what next steps are. Good afternoon.
Yes, it is.
So we've got our trailer back. It's not fixed. Whoops. We'll give you some more detail about that in a bit. And we are heading east back towards home. And unfortunately, we're going to be in a bit of a rush hour traffic situation. So
well,
we'll see.
Well, it's 3:30, so we should be okay.
I don't know. I think anything after 2 o'clock going east is a mess.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Good place to be away from.
It's been 6 months of not dealing with it, so we're gonna have to come up with a game plan. We'll talk about what is going on with the trailer gray tank in a little bit.
Good afternoon, everyone. Well, we are in very early April. And this is a spot we've been to before. We actually stopped here on our way back from the Yukon. I think it was 3 years ago. This is Sunshine Valley. They are prepping. Oh, Bailey's just over here. Sorry, the camp is, or the RV park is prepping for the 2025 season. So there's nobody here. They've got cabins that they rent out. There's lots of ATVing in the area. There's skiing in the area during the winter. This is a very active park. They've got a couple of pools. Only caveat is, right now, since they're prepping for the new season, they're fixing up some of the sites, cleaning up and this, that, and the other thing, fixing broken picnic tables or what have you. The entire water system for the park is down for an annual clean, and what that means is they bleach everything. They bleach the pools, they bleach all of the lines, they bleach everything. So we have no water. When I phoned this morning and asked about if there was an availability or if they were open, they said, yeah, no problem, but we have no water. I had no problem with that because we have a full tank. We're sitting about 2/3 full, so we're probably sitting around 40 or 45 gallons, and we're only staying one night. But this place is absolutely fabulous. Like, we've got one camper over here. There's two over there. Privacy is pretty good here. They've got lots of hedges between all of the sites. Everybody's got a picnic table. Everybody's got a fire place, or a little fire pit, little fire ring. But yeah. Anyways, when I called earlier, the guy gave me the rate, but we were arriving after hours. So he said, well, there's sites that are going to be posted on the board right outside the office, because after hours they say, okay, this site, this site, this site, and this site are available. They're all spaced out between each other, although two of them are fairly close together. We just grabbed one, 40 bucks in an envelope, tuck it into the slot that we put the night deposits in, I guess. And we've got electrical, we've got sewer, no water, which is fine, we don't need it. And yeah, 40 bucks and nobody's here. This is awesome. It's a little bit chilly right now, the wind's up, but the dogs are ecstatic. Wrigley, are you happy to be out of the truck? Oh yeah. And then Bailey's just cruising around over here. But everything's great here. Sunshine Valley, it is a Passport America. They only accept that during July and August though, for I believe it's 2 nights over a 30-day period. We have stayed here before, like I said, when we were coming back from the Yukon, and we used the Passport America there. So I think it was 25-30 bucks a night, Canadian that is. So if you like ATVing or the wilderness, or even just RVing, this is a great little place. Well, good morning everyone. Last night I was thinking, well, the hedges are kind of tall. They're all roughly 6 feet tall, and that's what I'm at, so I'd have to hold the camera up for you to see anything. But I thought, well, this morning would be great to come up here and show you how empty this place is. Well, they are doing their annual maintenance, so that would be why. So this is the main office over here, and there's a couple of outdoor pools. And then you check in right there. They got a big propane tank for filling. And then all along the front row, you can see how many rigs there are. I'm guessing that's like a washroom down there, that building. That wasn't there when I was here a couple years ago. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full rows. And then we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cabins across the back here. And this is a little Wi-Fi signal right here, which it's enough to get a web page and maybe send an email in an hour. So if you have Starlink, yeah, go with that. We are in the middle of the mountains, so it's to be expected. There's no self-service here that I got. and says I've got a good signal for my data, but nothing. So anyways, this is how we look. Little dog play area, I guess that is over there, fenced in area. And then the highway's right there. It's not too loud. When this place is full of rigs, if you're back in the 3rd or 4th row, you don't even hear the highway. The front 2 rows, absolutely. I think the front 3 rows are for campers, families, etc., etc. The back 2 rows over here are for people that have ATVs, such as quads or motorbikes or side-by-sides or whatever. Hello everyone, just wanted to point out one strange but true fact. When we came through here Monday, today is Thursday, we were in pea soup fog, and we just tried to figure out what time of day it was. It was roughly the same time of day. We're at noon, like 10 after 12 noon today, and we came through around 11 or 12 o'clock on Monday, heading the other direction, and we were in pea soup fog. But this is what we have today. Gorgeous bright sunshine, and we're sitting at 12 degrees it says, but that's only because of the elevation. We're probably sitting, I don't know, we're just outside of a Soyuz, so I would guess in the 2,500 to 3,000 foot range. Don't quote me on that. Anyways.
And there's snow on the ground.
And there is a little bit of snow on the ground in places. Yes, there is. See, right over there. And when we were down in a Soyuz, it was reading 14 degrees. So a Soyuz is actually probably one of the hottest spots in Canada, usually, on a fairly regular basis. So anyway, just wanted to point that out, that we do have snow on the ground still, 12 degrees Celsius. And completely opposite from 3 days ago when we were in pea soup fog and couldn't see 150 feet. Bye.
Well, we are at the Kootenay Pass, and it's kind of sunny, kind of foggy, and it's snowing.
We just passed the gates heading east, so we're approaching the summit, and it is snowing, not heavily, but enough to make the ground a little bit damp with this elevation. Behind me, I'm going to straddle this center line.
Kind of what I always do when I drive up here, but usually last 2 times I've driven through here, it's been dark.
All the more reason to.
I know. So it's not quite as, yes, I know, really. Excuse you. What are you burping in my face for, huh? What are you burping in my face? I know, Mom, I hate this high spots.
Well, we're watching the trailer again.
Oh, goodness. Not really. It's just dirty water going on the trailer. Oh, this is pretty, though. Let's focus on the pretty, not the scary. Well, as we get towards the top, it's getting a little uglier.
I haven't had to put it in 4-wheel drive yet.
No, we were going the other way and coming up the other side, so we'll see what the other side looks like. It's a wonderful winter wonderland.
Yes, we are.
Okay. This must be where the camera is. Yeah, that's where the camera is. Looking this way. They finally fixed it. When we left, it had been broken down until since Thursday. So, well, we're coming down the other side, and it's snowing still. It's kind of crazy. I see a little bit of blue sky up yonder. Another, oh no, it's still intact. We've noticed that there's certain areas where the signs are road signs are a little out of adjustment because of, like this one here. Because they got whacked by the snowplow, probably.
Either the plow or what the plow was shooting off the road.
Yeah, so like this wall of snow here.
The snow is lightening and the sky is blueing.
Well, we're coming down into Creston here pretty quick.
Yeah, I think we're still about 20 clicks out of Creston, but yeah.
Well, we're back at the homestead here, and something's not in the right spot. We decided not to put the trailer back there so that we can have some material brought in for that spot. And the trailer temporarily is going to be beside where its new home will be. And when Brent gets home from work, we'll talk some more about that. We got home. Where are you? We got home, and the trailer isn't where it usually is. We gave it a new home on the property, and now we can stand on our deck, and we don't have to look around the trailer to see the Kootenay Glacier. There's a few trees in the way.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, I can see the very tip top right at the sunset where the sun's setting. We did not get all the work done on the trailer. They basically...
Well, we didn't get any work done on the trailer.
They figured out that we weren't kidding, that the tank probably needed to be replaced.
So we took the 11-hour drive over 2 snowy covered mountain passes. I was fishtailing at one point. I thought we were going in the ditch just to get to the Lower Mainland, to Langley and Traveland RV. I was under the impression that the tank was already delivered there and they were going to be switching it out. I get there and they don't have the tank there. They needed to confirm that the tank has a problem. They were thinking that they could just reattach the piping at the top of the tank where it was obviously loose from one of the pictures that I had sent to them. And when the service technician tried to drop part of the tank out so he could attach that, he found a 2-foot crack along the top of the tank, which didn't show in my pictures, but I didn't know how it could show anyways. So they took pictures of it, and they were able to confirm that, yes, the tank needs replacing.
And they were able to get from the other side of the tank. We were only able to get pictures from the back side of the tank, so that's why we couldn't.
The pictures that I took that confirmed there was a problem, I took from directly below the tank and had to reach up around it. So that was another thing.
Yeah.
So they have ordered the part. I told them I'm not doing another 11-hour trip for a gray tank. Kelowna is 5 hours closer, so I have to drive to Kelowna in a couple of weeks, where I have 2 days off at a time, and it's a 6-hour drive.
We're back at home. We did our trip down to the Lower Mainland. Traveland was not the only thing. My mother turned 93, so while we were down there, that was part of their trip. And we spent way more money than we should have at Costco. But, you know, we now have a bunch of groceries.
And
we had some other things that we needed for the house and that sort of thing. So We did forget a couple things, but that's all right. Well, they're not important. Anyways, that's all we wanted to share with you this week.
Give us a thumbs up if you like what you see.
Don't forget to subscribe.
And ring that bell for notifications.
Bye-bye for now.